Hello and welcome to Third Act Film. Today we're doing a new segment. It is called Good, Bad and the Ugly. And we're going to suggest a good film, a bad film, and one that, oh God, oh Lord.
Not to be touched with a barge pole.
Yeah, of a specific genre. And today's genre is spy films. Here with me is Todd James.
Hello.
And I'm James Forbes.
Hello, James.
So let's get your first suggestion for good.
Okay, start on a positive. So there are a lot of good ones.
Yeah.
I thought about the James Bond franchise, thought about the Bourne franchise, thought about Mission Impossible, but there's too many to draw from, so I've just gone completely outside of that. Austin Powers.
Oh,
I love the Austin Powers trilogy.
Yeah.
I'm not picking one in particular because they're all
Powers.
good. I think they're all, and just I've seen some of them recently as well, and they are still just so funny.
They hold up,
especially as I'm a really big fan of James Bond franchise, the James Bond franchise, and they're just like the jokes they make are just jokes at the franchise, which will never get old.
Yeah.
And when it like also you think about people still do like Austin Powers impressions, and it's been like more than 10 years since the last film. People still put their little finger to like the side of their mouth.
Yeah.
As a thing. That's all from Austin Powers.
Yeah.
Why isn't there a fourth one? Yeah.
Well, he finished the trilogy, finished work, but
yeah,
that's a really good one as one of the best spy films, spy franchises. Yeah.
Yeah.
I couldn't agree more.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, because it's more consistent. Like with Bond, you have.
There are some truly awful ones.
There are some really bad Bonds. There's some really good Bonds,
mm-hmm.
and there's some just mediocre ones.
Yeah.
With Mission Impossible, there's some fantastic ones, and it's the same thing.
Yeah.
But when it comes to Austin Powers, it stays consistent. But maybe not so much the last one. It kind of dips down a bit.
I still think it's good.
But they're all still high quality products. Yeah.
Yeah.
Really good. Mine isn't from a franchise.
Okay.
My suggestion for like the best or the good of the spy world is Kingsman.
Yeah.
So I think you guessed that I was going to pick that.
Well, I didn't pick it for a reason.
Yeah. Just Kingsman came out this year.
This year? Yeah.
It does not feel like it.
No,
but
it feels like it's been ages.
Absolutely fantastic. It helped that it came out this year because we've had all of the James Bonds and the Mission Impossibles all like, this is serious, we're going to die. And then this was just refreshing. It was like, oh yeah, but we can have a laugh whilst we're about to die.
Isn't it funny? We both picked like comedy piss take ones. Although Kingsman is a lot more serious because it does actually have like a serious plot.
I think a spy film needs that little comedy relief.
Well, that
helps.
Yeah, that's what the Bond franchise is kind of lacking. I feel at the moment, just fun. That kind of I'm so cool.
Yeah. All right, moving on to the next.
Okay.
Category.
So
the
bad, right. My choice for bad. I don't know how you're going to feel about this. Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy.
Oh, I haven't seen that one.
You haven't seen it, right. It was one of those films that when it came out, like, it was just critically adored as one of the best casts ever assembled.
Gary Oldman?
Yeah, Gary Oldman, he is in it, you're right. And I remember just being so excited. I was like, oh my God, it's going to be really intense, really good. And it's just so dull. Like, it's just so boring. There's a really long, drawn-out, confusing plot that isn't interesting.
Oh.
There's, like, twists that happen and you're like, yeah, I know. Is that not obvious to everyone? It's just boring is the main thing. Like, it's well acted, it looks fine. It's just boring.
Yeah.
There's only so many times I can say that.
So how do you feel about it? Sorry.
It's pretty exciting. It's just dull. Like it's just the pace is so off point. It's unbelievable. You're just like, get on with it.
Yeah. Like
Kill
how people
someone.
feel about us.
Probably exactly how you're feeling listening to this. That's how I felt watching it. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
I missed on that film, but I know it did well. I believe it's based on a book that's also quite popular.
Yeah. I think so.
It's a difficult one, isn't it? Because that is straight up serious spy thriller. Mm-hmm. Like, here we go. These are a bunch of spies. Yeah. Backstab, triple backstab, I'm assuming.
Just so many, just the backs in that are just riddled with knife holes.
Yeah. So I can kind of see why that could be a bit dragging and a bit predictable. You're like, well, they're all spies, so don't trust any of them.
Yeah, pretty
Simple.
much. Yeah.
Okay. My suggestion for bad, along the similar lines of being boring, I think a spy film should be exciting. Mm-hmm. It should, it's a spy. Like, come on, they have the coolest lives. Probably not in reality.
No, it's an awful job, really, I reckon.
I don't want any reality.
Yeah.
Bourne Legacy. Is that the one?
With the Jeremy Renner one?
Jeremy Renner one, yeah.
Okay.
I thought there are some moments that are really good. There are some scenes. One of the sniper scenes towards the beginning.
I haven't seen it.
Oh, you haven't? Oh, sorry. There's a sniper
Yeah.
scene towards the beginning.
Spoilers!
It's in the trailer.
Yeah, right.
And there's also some fight scenes which are pretty good. And Jeremy Renner pulls it off. It's just dull, really dragged out. I'm getting similar vibe here.
Right.
But it's less about, backstab, triple backstab. It's just nothing happens. He's by himself a lot of the time. And then it's constantly like, oh, what happened to Jason Bourne?
Yeah, I've heard that as well.
And it's just, where's Jason Bourne? Here's a photograph of him. Where's the actual...
Remember
where's
that
Matt
person
Damon?
you like?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're not in it.
Yeah. And it was a constant reminder of and it's just a lesser film because it's trying to be as good as the Bourne series, and it's like a little kid like, look at me, and like, shut up.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a bit weird. Maybe in future we'll do it the other way around because we're getting more and more depressing. But
yeah, good point.
Next category.
Right, the ugly. Okay.
Hold your boots.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. So, Jack Ryan, Shadow Recruit.
Oh, okay.
Right.
I was quite fortunate to miss this one.
Right, okay. Do you remember all that stuff I said about Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy?
Yeah.
Right. Imagine that, but just worse.
Oh, dear.
It's now that Kenneth Branagh directed it.
Yeah.
And he also plays the bad guy in it. And
no.
Yeah. And he is pretty good.
Oh, okay.
But that's it.
Oh.
It just reeks of a film where they wanted more money, or it needed more money to make it. Because, when you watch, like, made-for-TV films...
Yeah.
And there's someone in a helicopter, but you only ever see them in the back of the helicopter.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. Or you'll see an explosion, but it'll just be the person's face looking at the explosion. And, like, you're meant to believe that they're right there looking at it. Like,
it was a lot of that.
Yeah, it reeked of that. It wasn't interesting. I feel like above anything, if a spy film has mystery and intrigue, that's fine. Like, you forgive its flaws. I don't even remember the plot.
I know, maybe a spoiler for anyone who wants to see this. I don't know why. This
After
rave review.
Right, yeah.
Apparently, like, it all ends and he just wanted to blow up something. That's what I've been told.
I think it's something like he wanted to, like, damage a bridge or, like, some water infrastructure. Yeah. when the word infrastructure is used to describe the plot of a spy film.
Yeah, it's not great, is it?
And I just... and I remember going to, like, a matinee showing of it, like a midday showing, and I was, like, getting sleepy. I'd only been up for, like, an hour and a half.
Oh, dear.
And I was like, I'm so tired.
Oh, dear.
Yeah, it was just...
abysmal.
It was just ugly. Yeah.
Ugly.
I
like that word.
Yeah, perfect word to describe it.
My one, it works when you're younger, kind of.
Okay.
And then you see it when you're older.
Oh,
you're like,
I think I know what's coming.
And you're like, why? Spy Kids.
Right.
Did you see that?
When I was a kid, yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
And it was fun, and it was like, oh, look at all these gadgets, oh my god. But it's awful. It's just really weird and awful. And you're like, what? This Jessica Alba, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Like,
Robert
Rodriguez, what are you doing?
I remember watching the third one as well.
How did you?
I don't know.
You were old enough to know better.
Yeah, I was. I should have been. Anyone is old enough to know better.
Yeah.
And I remember there's spoilers for Spy Kids 3, guys. There's a scene near the end
Yeah.
where they're like calling backup from everyone they know.
Oh, dear.
And there's Antonio Banderas, quite how they got him to be in this.
Yeah.
And he's like in some like lab, and he's like about to put something into something else, like some typical science thing.
Yeah.
And he's like, doing this could be the most important breakthrough in human history. And then he gets like a message from them, and he like slaps the beaker out of the way, like I've got to go and help the Spy Kids.
Yeah.
And I'd even watching it as however old I was like, that is dumb.
It's real dumb.
Yeah.
It's like real dumb.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
they got 3 films out of it.
I think there's more than 3.
Oh, I think you're right. But they just, what did they do? They just were city spies, and that was the gimmick. And it just wasn't smart. It wasn't clever. It wasn't doing anything new.
You know what? I get there being one. I kind of get it.
Get away with. Yeah. But then the material drops out.
It's like Home Alone.
Yeah.
I get there being one.
But they did.
2,
how many?
I can forgive it. It was a success. I can forgive them making another one.
Yeah.
When you like change the cast, like that's
when you change the main boy.
Yeah, that's when it's time to give it a rest.
Yeah. So there you have it.
Yeah.
So that's our list for the best, the worst, and the wow.
What happened there?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Thank you for listening, guys. If you would like to join in and post what films you feel are the best, worst, and even worse, leave your suggestions in the comments below. If you have any suggestions for future topics, especially for this new segment we're doing, Good, Bad, and Ugly, leave it in the comment below or in an email, which I'm putting up here, hello@thirdactfilm.com.
Hello.
That's Todd James.
Yeah, that was me. And that's James Forbes? Is that what we're going for?
I don't know.
Great.
Thanks
for listening, guys. Bye.
Bye.
Yeah, if they had, actors in those
had
parts.
actors in the film.
You don't want to be rained by fire. And it's
You're right.
Yeah.
I don't. I don't look at him and think, oh, he could hurt me.